Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Peanut Casts. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro, and I'm an aspiring shoutcaster trying to do this for real. So if you guys could, make sure you shout me. Tell all your local tournaments that I'm doing this and just be a straight homie about it. So we are casting just a random game here. It's actually Scattercat's game, the 80 carry on the Jinx. So we've got blue team versus red team. On the blue side, Aatrox in the top lane, Elise in the jungle, Vladimir mid, and the Sivir Twisted Fate bottom lane. So support Twisted Fate, that's a little bit different. He does have that gold card for the stun, may provide a little bit of extra damage down there. Turn that down a little bit. And then on the other side, we've got Nico in the top lane, Pantheon jungle, Annie mid with the Predator, and Jinx, Yuumi bottom lane. So, you know, Yuumi being new here, coming out, seeing a lot of play recently, played in the LCS as well. So we see her stepping up there, getting a little bit of poke damage down. Both of these junglers starting on the bottom side of the map, so they should both finish on the top side. So we'll have to keep an eye out. And we've also got Glacial Augment Nico up in that top lane, so not going to see that on-hit AD Nico build, which basically just means hitting those abilities is going to mean a lot more for their team, especially that ultimate, the Pop Blossom, going to be absolutely huge in these team fights as this game grows. Now Yuumi gonna do her best on and off. So Yuumi, a decent or a good Yuumi typically will be coming off of the AD carry and hopping back on after the auto attacks to be able to get that shield. But now we see Pantheon making his way down into the bot lane. The gold card comes out on Jinx underneath it. The ignite is on a boomerang blade, but healed up. Not going to be enough. First blood going over to that Twisted Fate, and Pantheon having to walk away from that one. Now we see another gold card coming out. Flash forward from Pantheon. He has a spear shot. Does he have the damage? Ignite is on from the Yuumi. He will go down. Pantheon trades one back. Vladimir gets a kill in that mid lane with the assist from Elise, but she goes down as well. Sivir able to walk away from this one safely, but overall a 2-for-2 across the board. Pantheon picking one up on the bottom side, trading it back. And Annie getting one as well. So now Vladimir and Annie both very strong, but we see the root coming out from Nico. Aatrox not respecting the cooldowns there. Gonna go down, and just a great pickup there from the Nico. She's gonna be so very strong as this game goes on. And now she has the biscuit. She's got a kill for herself. She's got teleport. So right now things are looking at pretty grim for this strong pick in the Aatrox. And now Pantheon looking for more here. Comes in. He does get the stun down onto the Vladimir. He's not using that Sanguine Pool just yet. He's forced to flash away here. Gold card coming out onto that Jinx. But Zumi should be able to heal her up and top her off. No big deal. So now Vladimir without that flash in the mid lane. Has to be careful. We may have missed it. He may have used that Sanguine Pool just prior to that gank, but now we see the Tangle Barbs coming out again. Blooming Burst getting a little bit of damage down. A couple more auto attacks. Not going to be enough to flash forward. Flashes away underneath the turret. A solo kill going over to Nico. Aatrox flashes away, but unfortunately it's just not enough. And important to note is she hadn't even recalled yet. Now we see Prowling Projectile coming out. Not going to knock up that spell shield, but it does fall. Gold card coming out. Going to get the stun onto that Pantheon. Zumi detaches here, trying to find a little bit of extra damage with the auto attack. Spear shot. Just going to poke down here. Not much going on outside of that. And Yuumi just growing that lead in the top lane. Now Elise returns back to the mid lane. Flash Cocoon. There is the damage. It's going to be enough. Another kill going over to that Vladimir. Now 2-0-0 in that mid lane. Down a little bit in CS, but he should be able to make up that deficit right now. And he's got a kill lead on the Annie. And they may even look for a turret plate here. Now we are keeping an eye on this Vladimir's build here. We'll kind of have to take a look and see if he does go for that yard sale-ish, yard sale-esque build. In the cooldown reduction items, usually the Fiendish Codex with the Kindle Gem before finishing the Hextech Proto Belt. So we'll have to keep an eye there. And a good person to get ahead as well for this team. The late game carry in the Vladimir, in the Sivir. Sivir 0-0-1 in lane up in CS, but now we see gold card coming out. Yuumi gonna go back onto that Jinx. Prowling Projectile coming out there looking for the Twisted Fate, and they find him here. Scattercat getting a kill for himself. Now 1-1-1 on that Jinx pick. Now Annie does have that stun here. able to get the stun onto the Vladimir, but not much more going to follow. Is only level 5, so does not yet have that summon Tibbers. And Nico just being an absolute bully in this top lane, up almost 30 CS. There come the Tangle Barbs, the Blooming Burst, not going to find the kill. Aatrox able to dash with that, but now Predator is on. There is a Sanguine pool, but it does not matter. Here comes the Tibbers, baby. Ignite is on as well, and a shutdown going over to that Annie. Now, Lee's on the bottom side of this map. They're trying to get the kill before they go down themselves. A flash coming out. Yuumi goes on with the you and me, but it's not enough. Sivir going to be able to snipe that one with the boomerang blade. Now, Yuumi running for her life. She will remain safe. Jinx didn't even have time to blow the heal, or to use the heal there, not blow the heal. May have kept her alive. But Sivir, on the back end of that fight, does manage to pick up a kill for herself with that boomerang blade. And notable, Sivir does also have that CS lead. Up 10 CS in this lane. Now tied in the kills. But if we take a look at the gold across the board, Nico absolutely smashing top lane with a 1,700 gold lead. And we take a look at the bottom lane, and Sivir actually in the lead here. She's sitting on 600. She does go back, buy some boots here, and as well as a dagger, but up a little bit in gold. And that CS difference is really what's making that happen there. Both of these 80 carries with a kill and an assist. And now at this point, I think if you're Elise, you're 0-1-3. You've got that the dark ring. That's not what it's called. Dark seal. You've got the dark seal. Right now, you want to continue getting those kills and getting those assists. And I don't think top lane is going to be it. I think they have to kind of stray away from that top side of the map. Just let Aatrox sit up there and suffer in silence for a little bit longer, and work on getting these other lanes ahead, which is what they're trying to do here. Now, Elise coming in. She does have the cocoon, but does not find the target. Tibbers is on cooldown. There is the Hemoplague and the Ignite, the Repel coming out. Not going to find it. And he flashes over the wall, but now Pantheon is here with that Yuumi, but he's going to get absolutely deleted. A killing spree on that Vladimir. Not a killing spree. I think it said a killing spree, but not a killing spree there. He did just die before that kill. But again, doing a great job getting this mid lane ahead and this late game carry in that Vladimir. He's going to be so huge as we grow later into the game. And he didn't have to worry about having a bad mid lane. Elise did her part and kept him ahead here. Now we see Twisted Fate, a little bit of supportal combat coming down in the river. Sivir now bringing up the rear as well. On the hunt is on. The heal coming out from Jinx, but she finds herself on the wrong side of the jungle here, trying to trade the kill back. The gold car coming out. Twisted Fate gonna pick that one up, and now Yuumi in a very bad spot. But here comes Annie with Predator, and Tibbers says hello, takes down that Twisted Fate. And now Jinx, Sivir, and Elise forced to run away here. Pantheon now coming down as well, but here comes the Vladimir. He flashes forward onto that Annie, not gonna find a Repel, also not gonna find that Annie, but she steps forward. The Venomous Bite gonna pick that up. And now tanking the turret is that Elise. Another kill going over that Vladimir. Pantheon uses that W to get in on the minions. Doesn't find the spear shot because of that spell shield. A super, super crazy trade overall. But as we come out of that, first turret going over to that Nico on the top side. 8-7 in kills, but this gold is dead even at 17,000. Now Pantheon looking for the double kill, not able to find it. And Elise gets another one for herself. 2-1-5 on that spider, and that dark seal is stacking. Nico now up 50 CS in that top lane. 2-0-0 with a nice 150 gold bounty on her head. She is running the Glacial Augment build, so she does have the GLP, and overall that's just going to help land the skill shot. She's already doing a great job in that lane, but as she tries to find these champions like the Sivir, like the Vladimir or the Twisted Fate, kind of moving around, having some CC of their own, or even the Elise here, that Sivir is going to be a big one, using that GLP to knock off the spell shield initially to be able to land any follow-up CC, to be able to land the Tangle Barbs, the Pantheon stun, anything like that. That's going to be huge. Just kind of knock that off a little bit. Also, obviously going to have those slows from the Glacial Augment. to help out. But now caught in the middle of two is this Nico, getting stunned up by the cocoon and doesn't have enough time. Shutdown going over to Vladimir. Exactly where you want that gold to go. Now Annie caught in the middle of four. Aatrox makes his way down. At least able to flash away from that one. The Ignite is on, and Vladimir gets himself another kill. Now Pantheon uses that Grand Skyfall, and it looks like he's looking for the Elise. But on the bottom side of the map, we see the final chapter coming out. A beautiful Flame Chompers and a kill going over to Jinx. Picking that one up for herself. And now Pantheon finds the shutdown in the jungle. He goes hunting, and he finds himself a spider. Now plays being made around the map. And again, the gold virtually even here. Now 600 gold lead in the favor of the blue team. But right now, these fights are winnable for anybody. And now we see Nico trying to trade it here. The Pop Blossom coming out. A lot of damage now onto that Vladimir. Stunned up and shut down. Aatrox not able to help out there. And a lot of gold going over to that Nico. And that's exactly where you want her. Right now, she is so far ahead. Right now, really able to solo anybody if she's able to hit those abilities. And as I was saying, that GLP is only going to help as this game goes on. Andy now does have her stun available. May also have that Predator, so they definitely have to be careful once that Tibbers comes back up. And now Elise makes her way back into that mid lane where she has been living this entire game. Picks up a kill there. Molten Shield is on. So is the gold card. Gonna stun up that Annie. Aatrox looking for the knockup with the Darkened Blade. Not gonna find it, but they do find the kill onto that Nico. And right there, just alone, that carry being too far pushed up kind of shows you maybe how this game is going to turn out. We need to see Nico playing a little bit safer. She now has a Twin Shadow, so she can spot people out before they get there. And again, work on those slows. But right now, they kind of need to take a step back and say, hey, Nico, you're our carry. Like, you got to be safe. You have to be there for the team. You got to be putting out that consistent damage with the Qs, and the consistent CC with the stuns. If she's stepping up a little too far forward, playing too aggressive, right now the blue team have the damage and the CC to negate anything that Nico is capable of. So we'll kind of have to keep an eye there. Now they see the pings coming out. Annie roaming down. Does have that Tibbers. The stun not available just yet, but Elise is here as well, and they might be able to catch this Annie out. They find the cocoon here. Now Annie stuck in the middle of three. The Venomous Bite going to get the execute. Final chapter coming out as well. Going to root up two, but not going to be enough. Twisted Fate uses that ultimate underneath the turret. A kill in the mid lane, and they're looking for more here. Ignite is on that Jinx. Boomerang Blade coming out. Not going to find it. Annie goes down in the mid lane, but they trade one back for themselves. Pantheon and Nico able to pick up a kill onto the Vladimir. In an absolute bloodbath, but I can't say it enough. No matter where the plays are being made, the gold is even. Now a 400 gold lead actually for the red team. But we also have to think, they do have Sivir and they do have Vladimir. This small of a gold lead might not be enough as we crest that 30-minute mark when this Vladimir and this Sivir become absolute monsters after having a few items, or once they build a few items. Now we see Nico getting caught out here by the Elise. Tries to flash away, but not quick enough. Pantheon flashes forward. He smites Elise for the kill, so the shutdown gold going over there. The turret shot going to be tanked up by the passive, so a good use of the passive there. Flash Ignite from the Vladimir. Pantheon looking for more. He takes another turret shot, and this might be catastrophic. A shutdown going over to Vladimir. And now the game is just back and forth. Tug of war here in the gold, in the kills. 15-12 in favor of the blue team. And if you're giving kills over to anybody, Vladimir's probably not the guy for you. Predator coming out. Sanguine Pool going to keep him safe for a little bit longer. Does not find the stun there, but Tibbers coming out might be able to find the kill. Ignite is on. Uses that Proto Belt to try and get away, but it's not going to take off of that Ignite. And he finds another kill for herself. And unfortunately, that Incinerate not finding the stun there. So a little bit sloppy. Yuumi there, obviously, to help speed Annie up with the zoomies and keep her safe, healthy, and into the fight. And now Nico looking for blood here. She does find this Aatrox. Tangle Barbs is on, but Aatrox able to get the knockups here. Flashes out of the Pop Blossom, but now Twisted Fate caught underneath the turret. On the hunt comes out. The heal is through, but it's not going to matter. Rooted up is that Aatrox. He will go down, and Annie finds a kill on the bottom side of the map as well onto that Aatrox. Now all tied up in kills here But red team looking for another turret. They've got 4 members on the bottom side of this map. And they're looking to open up the base. Or open up the map here, rather. Turret number 3 going down. Pantheon goes in as well, but the Spell Shield gonna tank it up. Sivir walks away from that one, and Elise finds herself a kill. Now Vladimir here trying to find the damage. Hemoplague is on. Sanguine Pool as well. Jinx staying alive, but only for a moment longer. Wendy picks up another kill in that, or on that Vladimir. Now Elise going in, finds one onto the Nico. So far a 2 for 3. And now here comes Annie out of the base. She finds the kill, a killing spree for that Annie. Now Twisted Fate trying to find it back. Stuck in the middle of 3 is this Annie. Yumi says see you later because she gets shut down. And Elise picks up a 3rd kill in that fight. Elise absolutely huge with those cocoons. Now 10 stacks on that Dark Seal. She's got the completed jungle item. And she even builds the Mobies to be able to bookie around this map. And that's exactly what they need. And now 1 turret going back over to the blue team. So they're trying to even this out here as far as structures go. Mid lane dangerously low as well. They can look for that. But now Pantheon finds himself a Twisted Fate. He drops the blue smite for a little bit of slow. Not going to find anything with the Heartseeker there. Twisted Fate rearing up a gold card, though. He is looking to build this AD Twisted Fate. It looks like he's working towards that Trinity Force. But all in all, they're able to walk away from this one. Actually, here comes the Grand Skyfall. The man drop into that bottom lane. No zoomies to follow up, but the final chapter will. Rooted up is that Twisted Fate, and the kill goes over to that Jinx. Giving it to the carry. Good guy, Pantheon, but he wants another. Now, the Darkened Blade going to find a knockup. Once Nico here as well. Tangle Barb's gonna find the root. Umbral Dash may not be enough. And Vladimir now caught in a very bad spot. Uses that Sanguine Pool trying to escape. Tangle Barbs is on, and so is Hemoplague, but he goes down, and now Nico with the Pop Blossom. Dodged by that Elise. The repel to keep her safe. Shutdown going over to Yumi. Not where you want to see that shutdown, but a shutdown no less. And now a lot of gold swinging in the favor of the red team, now up 2,000 gold. And just biting up a little more than they can chew. I understand that they're bursty, but unfortunately that's not what you needed there. Going in 1 by 1 as Twisted Fate died off. Then the Vladimir, or then the Aatrox tried to go back in. Then the Vladimir tried to go in. Vladimir dies and Elise tries to go in. She dodges the ultimate with the repel, which is a very strong, or a very good repel to negate a very strong ultimate, but ultimately not enough to shut down gold going over to the Yumi. So she's going to be able to go back, pick herself up a couple of support items, and kind of be this nuisance that she is. But I think overall a solid trade and a good step in the direction that you need to be if you are the red team. Because again, blue team do have a very late game scaling comp. They've got the Vladimir, they've got the Sivir. Even this Twisted Fate, if he's getting a little bit of gold, he might be a problem. A good Flame Chompers catches 3 there as they crest the entrance of the blue buff. Now Annie actually looking for blood here. She drops the tippers onto that Elise. Man drop coming in as well. Going in onto the Vladimir. A lot of damage coming out. He does not have that Sanguine Pool just yet. Final chapter going to root up 2. Sivir able to flash away from that one, but 2 are dead. Make it 3. 3 are dead on the side of the blue team. Now Sivir trying to find one back. The stun coming out and a double kill for the Nico. Now 4 members are dead. Twisted Fate, the only member alive, and he wasn't there in that fight. Not able to use that ultimate to close the distance. And now 4 members on the bottom side of this map for the red team looking to siege this down. Just when I was talking about a gold lead, and just when I was talking about things going good, things get great for the red team. Annie finds a beautiful stun onto that Elise, makes her burn that repel so she's not able to use it offensively or defensively after taking a huge heap of damage. Not able to make any plays there. She goes down and the rest of the team follows. Sivir tried to trade one back with the Boomerang Blade on the end, but it wasn't enough. The team fighting from the red team is just too much. And now Pantheon caught out here. He is a level down. The Cocoon not available. He does find the stun, but a lot of damage coming out from that Elise. And Pantheon not able to trade enough back there. A solo kill going over to the Elise, but here comes Calvary, baby. The Cocoon is on. Final chapter. Gonna find the root, the Predator, the Incinerate. And there goes the bug. Now Pop Blossom coming out. Aatrox actually dashes in. He gets rooted up. The damage comes out. And a second one is already dead. Ignite is now onto that Vladimir. Make it a third. And Sivir on that front line. She's throwing the auto attacks. Gets the shutdown. But she goes down. Follows the rest of the team. A 5-for-2 overall. A triple kill for that Annie. And now they might be thinking Baron. They do have the Tibbers and they do have the AD carry. But it looks like... No, it looks like they're going for this Baron here, baby. They want the big purple worm. They want this objective. They want to push this 6K gold lead even further. Now, here comes a man drop from the Pantheon. So their jungler is going to be here. Elise and Aatrox are alive. The rest of the team alive here just in a few moments. And it looks like they're rushing this Baron. But this Baron getting absolutely deleted. Twisted Fate jumps in. So he did have the vision with his ultimate. Now, 3,000 health is on that Baron now. Should be enough. Elise not even close enough to get in, but maybe close enough to find a kill. Baron going over to the red team. And now Nico on the backside looking for something here. She's actually just going to have to try and walk away. Pop Blossom comes out, so she does have that shield, but she doesn't find the damage. She only finds death and despair. A kill going over to the Aatrox. And if you're Aatrox, after that laning phase, that's got to feel good. Now 2, 6, and 3 on that Aatrox, down nearly 90 CS. Nico doing such a great job, such a dominant showing in that top lane, and then just transitioning it throughout the map, able to do so much damage and have so much CC in these team fights. Unfortunately there, she didn't have the Zhonya's Hourglass, but now Annie finding this Elise out in her own jungle. Nothing is safe from a little girl and her teddy bear. Annie picking that one up. And Elise now dead for 30 seconds. Here comes a Grand Skyfall. Not going to find anybody. Just going to close the distance here. They just want to push down this turret, and they want to do it in style. Final chapter coming out. Does find a few hits. Not going to find any roots there. As this middle inhibitor turret going down, and this gold lead grows to 7,000. Now we see the engage onto Aatrox. Going to walk away from this one. Tibbers is still available, and Annie has that stun charged up here. Inhibitor may just be forfeited by the blue team. We see On the Hunt coming out, but Annie does not care. She flashes in, gets the kill onto that Sivir. Now trying to find another one, but Aatrox shuts it down. Not today. He also gets that reset on his ultimate. Hemoplague coming out. Does not find the knock up there onto the Jinx. A little bit of damage, but it looks like a little bit of chasing following as well. Now Nico on the bottom side of the map, looking to get all of these lanes pushed out here. They do still have that Baron buff. But overall, a 1-for-1. Sivir going down. Traded over Twisted Fate. Or traded over Annie, rather. And 1,000 gold shutdown going over to your Aatrox. Now, you probably want it on somebody else, but actually we see some fighting breaking out here. Gold card. Gonna stun up that Pantheon, but no more. Gonna follow a beautiful Flame Chompers there from the Jinx to keep him at bay. Now we see Final Chapter coming out. Not gonna find any of the roots. Again, just a couple of hits, but a lot of damage. And Cocoon gonna find that Pantheon, and he might be walking into his death here. He goes in solo, but he finds one. A 1-for-1 overall in this fight in the top lane. Now flashing forward is that Vladimir. The Ignite is on, but Yuumi trades it over. Yuumi picks up one kill, but at least gets one for herself. The shutdown on the Jinx. Now Aatrox looking for blood. Actually picks it up. Elise manages to pick that one up. And Annie trying to trade it back. Make it all worth for her team. The spell shield coming out, but it's not going to be enough to keep her alive. Sivir goes down. A double kill on that Annie. That is an ace. On the blue side, a 5-for-2, or a 5-for-3 rather. The inhibitor in the mid lane going down. But fortunately, blue team were able to trade a couple of kills, so not much more gonna fall here. Unless this Nico does something very, very cheeky. She does still have the ultimate, and she does have that GA, or I'm sorry, the Hourglass. She might try and find something. Just throwing a little bit of poke out. But it looks like they just want this dragon. And now, overall, such a scrappy fight in the top lane, and just so many kills being traded back and forth. Pantheon jumps in, and he manages to find one on the Twisted Fate before dying. Elise picking up a few more kills for herself. She now has that completed Leandri's Torment. There's not a lot of HP on the side of the red team, so might not be getting the most value out of the damage that can do, but getting burn damage no less. Still going to burn for 2% of their maximum health. And I believe that is how she picked up the Yuumi kill as she tried to attach herself to the Annie coming in, the burn coming out. But now we see Pantheon finds himself a spider, but he might have to flash away there. That is not where you want to be, big man. He is one level down, and this Elise is absolutely huge. So bursty. That spider. Now we're seeing a little bit of a standstill. If you're the blue team right now, you want to stall this out. You want to buy time. You're almost 3 items on that Sivir. You're now 3 items on that Vladimir, 3.5 here. And if you're able to turtle the game, if you're able to slow things down, this 8,000 gold deficit might not matter, because this Vladimir is going to log in and he's going to be absolutely huge. And on top of the damage that they're going to find from their late game carries, they need to try and start things off with the pick. If they're able to get a solid gold card or a flank from Twisted Fate, or even a Cocoon here. Now Elise looking for something, but she is going to be spotted out by the Nico. She actually doesn't see her. Now Zumi's gonna keep her alive. Here comes the redemption as well. Elise trying to do it all for her team, but unfortunately not able to get anything done there. Now 4 members sieging this bottom lane, and certainly this turret will fall. Vladimir trying to do his best. Here comes a Grand Skyfall Pantheon underneath the turret, looking for blood. Flash away from the Twisted Fate. Final chapter is en route onto the Aatrox. On the hunt as well, keeping them quick and keeping them safe. Pantheon goes down to that Vladimir, but the turret goes down as well. A double kill on that Vladimir. Hemoplague actually picking up Jinx on the backside. And just as I was saying, this Vladimir is going to start doing damage. He does just that. Tangle Barbs is on Pop Blossom, onto that Jinx. She gets onto the Sivir, absolutely deleted. Make it a double kill for the Nico. And this might mean the bottom inhibitor. Yuumi is on that Nico, keeping her safe for now, but Elise picks one up. Bottom inhibitor gonna go down. Now, Twisted Fate looking for blood in the jungle. Gold card is on, and Elise is here to follow up with the Cocoon. Yuumi says goodbye, just me, no you. A shutdown going over to that Elise, and it looks like Baron is next on the menu. A 7,000 gold lead for the red team. Fortunately for the blue team, it's been sitting right around 7,000 for quite some time. It's not growing, and these shutdowns are a huge factor in that. They're finding the shutdown gold on the Annie. They find the shutdown onto the Nico, and they're getting it on that Elise, which is very, very strong. As you saw, 1v1, she can really almost blow anybody up. She can easily fight that Pantheon. She's able to just absolutely delete the Jinx if she doesn't have that Yuumi, but now Jinx may be caught out here. Elise actually the one caught out, stuck in the middle of the 2, but a whole heap of damage coming out. Gold card on the Repel to close the distance, and that's going to be a killing spree for the Elise. She goes golden now with that Hourglass, or with that stopwatch. Final chapter is on, but a double kill for that Elise, and now Yuumi stuck between a rock and a hard place. Nobody to jump to, no flash on this support, and she goes down. That is now 3 dead for the red team, and now Twisted Fate trying to find some damage back. Nico taking a little bit of a hit there. She actually has a GA. She finds a kill. The Pop Blossom coming out. Sivir able to flash away from that one. Now the GA gonna be popped here, but stuck in the middle of 3 is this Nico. Does she have the damage to make it out of this one? A beautiful spell shield to keep herself safe from the Sivir. Nico going down, a shutdown at that. So Sivir able to pocket some of that gold, and a GA actually being built on that Nico, and as soon as she buys it, it gets popped. She didn't even have time to use the Zhonya's Hourglass. She used most of her activatables here, but unfortunately wasn't enough. Bites off a little more than she can chew. A shutdown gold going over to Sivir, and now that 7,000 gold lead is just a 5,000 gold lead in a matter of seconds. But red team looking to change that. The jungler is alive, and he is on this Baron. But do they have the damage? Sivir now recalling, going back to base. There's no vision on this. But Elise is definitely smelling something fishy. Now 4 members here. Or, I'm sorry, 4 members here. Twisted Fate going to use the ultimate, get some vision here, but a lot of damage coming down onto that Annie. She has to be careful. Final chapter coming out, but Annie goes down. Pantheon going to follow to that Twisted Fate. Now Jinx next on the menu. A double kill there. Elise trying to find the damage onto the Sneeko, but she's stuck in the middle of 3. A double kill for the Vladimir. A double kill for the Twisted Fate. Now Yuumi, the only member alive on this team. 2 members going to go back to keep this base safe from the super minions, but certainly Baron going over to the blue team. That big purple worm doing absolute wonders to turn this game around. Now we're just sitting right around 1,000 gold lead for the red team. Mind you, just a few moments ago, just a couple of minutes, it was 7,000 gold. At least now starting up the Ocean Drake. Here comes the Super Mega Death Rocket for some vision. Grand Skyfall coming down onto the Elise, but Pantheon is alone here, and he's 3 levels down. The Cocoon coming out, the Venomous Bite, the Skittering Frenzy. Repel to keep herself safe. She jumps over to that Yuumi, but Annie is here with the Predators. It is on, but Aatrox finds a beautiful Infernal Chains there. He uses the ultimate, does not find the kill. He jumps forward with the flash, with the Darken Blade, gets the knockup, but now he finds himself a Nico. Can he turn this matchup around? He's going to walk away from that one. The Ignite from Yuumi is on. But that is now 3 dead on the red team, and blue team going to push it down mid. Only Nico and Yuumi left alive. Pop Blossom still available, but it may not be enough against a full 5 team. And just as I say that, Yuumi sacrifices herself to the gods, praying that they're not able to end the game off of this push. Fortunately, Pantheon up here in just a few moments. Jinx and Annie will follow, but a mid inhibitor going down. Now Nico looking for blood here. She uses the Shape Splitter. A lot of damage now coming out onto that Pantheon. She finds the slow as well from the Glacial Augment. Pantheon stepping a little bit too far forward. I think I said Pantheon twice, but I meant Twisted Fate. Here come the Tangle Barbs now. Can she find some extra damage? Ignite is on. She goes golden, but she absolutely decimates there. Jumps into a billion different pieces. Thanos snapped his fingers as she's stuck in the middle of 5, and now Nico wiped off of this map, and the blue team aren't done yet. They now have a 3,000 gold lead for themselves, and they want to take more. They've got that mid inhibitor. They want to push this top lane as well. They're standing strong as a full 5-man team. Final chapter coming out, finds a root on the 3. Here comes a Grand Skyfall. Can they find the damage? The shutdown going over to Annie. A huge Tibbers there in that fight. Pantheon finds one for himself, and now 2 are dead, and that is 2 huge shutdowns going over to the red team. A killing spree on that Twisted Fate, so he's got a little bit of gold in his pocket himself. Maybe worth trying to find a kill. Now Nico is alive. She does not have the teleport available, but we'll be able to push this down. As I say that, Annie gets soloed out by that Vladimir. Now Yuumi caught in a bad spot. Jinx is there, but it doesn't matter. There's too much damage. Not able to get away from that one. Now Yuumi looking for the kill onto the Twisted Fate. She has that Pop Blossom. She flashes forward. She finds the stun. She finds the Blooming Burst. Able to pick that up. A shutdown at that. Now a lot of damage here. Are they able to find the Vladimir? He is absolutely huge. Tangle Barbs coming out, but it's not enough. Legendary is that Vladimir. Flame Choppers are on. Can he find the Empowered Q? A couple more auto attacks from Jinx surely will do it. She's using those rockets to keep her distance. Zap is on, but so is Sanguine Pool. Vladimir looking to walk away with this one. Just barely licking his wounds. And while all of that was happening, such a beautiful fight. But now we see Pantheon coming out with the Grand Skyfall. Sanguine Pool is not available. Yes, it is. That cooldown is way too short. Pantheon looking for something. He finds the Blue Smite. A little bit of damage coming back. Healing up from the Vladimir's Spear Shot. Finds that shutdown. So Pantheon happy to pocket a huge chunk of gold. 700 gold bounty from that Vladimir. Again, just over 1,000 gold for the blue team. This game being such a teeter-totter, back and forth, tug of war, give and take game. It's just too exciting. So Pantheon finds himself a shutdown, and while all of that is happening, that huge, crazy team fight we see in the top lane, minions actually took that bottom inhibitor on the blue side. So red team minions pushing down the bottom side, being that 6th member here of that team, split pushing as that fight broke out on the top side, and that tier 2 top didn't go down. So a huge pickup, I would say, for the red team. Now Elise catching out that Yuumi. She's trying to get away, but she doesn't have it. Here comes Pantheon trying to find something on top of that double stun coming out. The CC chain onto that Twisted Fate. He will go down, but now Sivir's here on the hunt. Now going to use that to get away. They don't want to bite off a little bit more than they can chew there. They're keeping it simple. They're being proportionate, especially because that Vladimir is too far to catch up to that fight. Now Elder Drake spawning here in just under a minute, and this is going to be the next objective we see contested. They need to get that top side pushed out. But Dragon coming up, that could be very, very dangerous to make that call. Nico going to have her teleport in just a moment. Now Jinx making her way up onto that top side. But again, Elder Drake coming up in just under 20 seconds. Aatrox getting caught out a little bit here. Flash forward from the Vladimir and absolutely deletes the Annie. That is a huge amount of damage just wiped off the map. If they do manage to fight for this, it's going to be a 3v4 because the shutdown going over. Vladimir picks up another kill for himself, and he might find himself a third. Redemption is on. So is the Hemo Plague. A triple kill for the Vladimir. Make it a quadra kill. He's looking for the penta. He wants to end this game in style. Vladimir doing it all himself. 3 members pushing down this mid lane with the super minions. Blue team looking to end it all here. Yuumi is the only member alive. And surely she will not be enough. She's standing in that base. She doesn't want to give over the penta, but she will give over the Nexus. Annie up in 10 seconds, but not going to be enough. They're trying to dive for it, but she uses her Zhonya's. Report Yuumi. Sanguine coming out, going to keep that Vladimir safe, so he's not going down. Saving the KDA, 23, 11, and 13. And that's going to be the game. A comeback victory from the blue team. Woo! Yo, that felt good, man. That was a good-ass game. And that was just a random spectate. I didn't even look into that game before to see what it was like, if it was up and down. Man, that was a good game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Blue team takes a victory this time. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro, and I am an aspiring shoutcaster, like I said. So if you guys have any tips, any comments, any concerns, please let me know down in the comments. And I say all this now during my live stream because I'm putting it on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.